Chapter 50, Simulator Part 9, Two Lightning Rescuers. Lincoln and Linka are in the simulator. Me, Very, Lynn Sr., Rita, Lori, Anastasia, Lenny, Luna, Eddie, Luan, Lucy, Lana and Lola, Lainey and Krista, Lily, and Lisa were in the control room. Lynn Sr., so how does this simulator work? Me, it's been like our doorway across the very fabric of time, space, and dimensions. This is a very prominent tool to help test out our skills and our powers. Lisa, precisely father, and this has proven to be a huge success. Very, Luan provided the testing stage and it worked perfectly. Me, we decided to have Luan test it out because she acquired her powers recently. Luan, I was in the Swan Princess. Rita, oh that is so cool. Luan, it was truly a simulating victory. Rimshot and laughs, get it? Me, Very, Lynn Sr., Rita, Anastasia, Eddie, Lily, and Krista laughed while Lenny, Luna, Lana and Lola, Lainey, and Lisa groaned. Me, laughs, good one. Eddie, laughs, that is funny. Very, Luan's test was a success. Luna, that is so sweet, dudes. Lenny, I still don't get it. Lily, I hope Lincoln and Linka do well. Lainey, don't worry Lily. Lincoln and Linka will be okay. We have faith in them, right Krista? Krista, I'm with you on that, Lainey. The simulator activated and Lincoln and Linka found themselves in New York City, New York, in front of a Morningside orphanage. Lincoln, Morningside Orphanage? Gasp, we're in the movie The Rescuers. Both, our favorite movie. Lincoln and Linka walk in and saw two mice talking to a cat named Rufus. Linka, it's Bernard and Miss Bianca. Let's go help them. Lincoln, come on. Lincoln and Linka talked to them and helped them out. Bernard, we appreciate you two helping us out. Lincoln, you're welcome Bernard. Rufus, yes. Please save Penny. Linka, we will do everything we can. Later at a pawn shop down the street, Lincoln and Linka, Bernard, and Miss Bianca went inside and looked around quietly. The telephone rang and they hid in the closet. Out came a red-haired woman named Madame Medusa. She answered the phone. Madame Medusa, Madame Medusa's pawn shop boutique? Snoops. Excited, don't tell me Snoops. Let me guess. You found it. Laughs, you found the diamond? Lincoln, whispers, what diamond? Linka, whispers, I forgot. Medusa, give you time? You bungler. You have been down there for 3 months. Snoops talking indistinctly, bottles? What bottles? Angry you caught Penny sending messages in bottles? You blundering fool. Can't you control a little girl? Shut up. Slams her fist on her desk. I am taking the next flight down to Devil's Bayou. She slams the phone on the receiver. Medusa packed a suitcase and left. Lincoln, Linka, Bernard, and Miss Bianca looked around, and in Medusa's study they saw a bunch of maps and books on Louisiana. A picture of an old abandoned Dixie paddle riverboat. Lincoln looks at the riverboat picture. Lincoln, this must be where she's holding Penny. Bernard, but what is she after and what does she want with her? Linka, guess, I remember. She's after the largest diamond in the world, the Devil's Eye. It's as big as a human head and it's priceless. Lincoln, that diamond is huge and it would make anyone rich beyond their wildest dreams. Miss Bianca, they couldn't find Penny because she's not in New York. She's in Louisiana. Linka, that's over 1,300 miles away. I don't remember on how to get to it, but we need to get to Devil's Bayou first. Lincoln, let's go. Lincoln, Linka, Bernard, and Miss Bianca set out for Devil's Bayou in Louisiana. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. They got there by Lincoln and Linka flying, and they arrived in 1 hour and they saw the abandoned riverboat. Lincoln, that's the riverboat all right. Linka, sure looks old. Bernard, it looks like it's been here for years. Miss Bianca, it sure has. Penny must be in there. Lincoln, she is. I know it. Linka, how are we gonna get her out? Lincoln, we'll think of something. As they waited and planned, they saw Madame Medusa driving a swamp mobile to the riverboat. They met two local mice named Ellie Mae and Luke, a dragonfly named Avinrude, a rabbit named Deadeye, a turtle named Gramps, a mole named Digger, and an owl named Deacon L. Ellie Mae, I'd like to give her a few whacks with my rolling pin. Luke, we swamp folks are gonna run her clean out of our bayou. Lincoln, if it's a fight she wants, then it's a fight she'll get. Linka, we are here to rescue Penny. Deadeye, that little girl Medusa has with her? Lincoln, yes. Linka, how is Penny part of Medusa's plan to get the Devil's Eye diamond? Gramps, Penny is small enough to squeeze down a small hole that goes into a pirate's cave on the coast. But it's hard to get to because the tide comes in fast and floods the cave quickly. Lincoln, Medusa really wants that diamond. Bad. Linka, probably either for herself or for selling it on the black market. Bernard, we got to get Penny out of here and quick. Lincoln, guys, someone is coming out of the boat. Lincoln pulls out his binoculars and he sees Penny trying to make a run for it. Lincoln, that must be Penny. Linka, let me see. Lincoln hands her the binoculars. Oh. She's so young. Miss Bianca, it's Penny. Oh, how terrible. The lights in the riverboat came on. Medusa, Penny? Penny? Penny, answer me. Penny. Lincoln, Medusa's calling out for her. Linka, Ellie Mae. Do you know if there's a place where we all can hide? Ellie Mae, there's a cave over there. Ellie Mae pointed to a cave on a cliff above the coastline. Lincoln, perfect. Let's go. Ellie Mae, Avinrude. Go with them. Avinrude buzzed in agreement. Ellie Mae, send Avinrude back as soon as you need help. Lincoln, right. Let's go. Lincoln, Linka, Bernard, Miss Bianca, and Avinrude went to Penny. Lincoln saw Penny hiding behind a tree. Lincoln, Penny. Over here. Penny saw them. Linka, Penny, we mean you no harm. Come on over here, quickly. Penny did so. Penny, where'd you come from? Lincoln, we'll explain later. Let's get over to that cave and hide. Lincoln points to the cave and they went for it. Suddenly, fireworks went off. Linka, oh no. They're using fireworks to illuminate the swamp to find us. Lincoln, hurry. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. 20 minutes later they all arrived and went inside the cave. Lincoln lit a lantern and it lit up the room. Penny, thank you for saving me. Lincoln, no problem. We should introduce ourselves. My name is Lincoln Loud. Linka, I'm his twin sister Linka Loud and this is Avinrude. Avinrude buzzed. Bernard, my name is Bernard. Miss Bianca, and I am Miss Bianca. Bernard, we found the bottle with your message and we've come to rescue you. Penny, did you hear that, Teddy? Our bottle worked. Lincoln, yes it did. Penny, didn't you bring someone big with you like the police? Lincoln, no. It's just the 5 of us. Linka, I promise you Penny, we will try and get you out of here. We got to work together. Penny, I will help you. Lincoln, okay. They felt rumbling. Lincoln, what's that? They heard water sloshing coming from behind a cave wall further down. Linka, it's coming from behind this wall here. Lincoln pressed his ear against it and heard the water splashing. Lincoln, there's water behind here. Bernard, there's water dripping from that rock sticking out. Lincoln, stand back. Lincoln kicked the wall and it shattered and water splashed into the cave room and a human skull tumbled in. Lincoln, that rock was a skull. Linka, wait a minute. I see something in it. Lincoln picked it up and looked in it and they saw a huge diamond. The Devil's Eye diamond. Lincoln, Gasp jumping king of lightning. It's the devil's eye. Penny, we found the diamond Medusa wants. Bernard, holy mackerel. That's it. Miss Bianca, the devil's eye. Linka, it's enormous. Lincoln shattered the skull and grabbed the diamond. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Outside the simulator we were shocked. Me, look at the size of that diamond. Very, it's huge. Me, that diamond has to be worth a huge amount of money. Lisa, a diamond of that size, color, clarity, and class would be worth $582,647,842,334,550. Me, sweet mother of all things great and small. That is more money than anyone could ever imagine. Very, a diamond like that belongs in a museum. Luna, a high security museum dudes. Lucy, I'd rather enjoy the darkness, and if it was a black diamond I would keep it. Lori, they do say diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I would not want a diamond that big. Lola, yet. That diamond would make us filthy rich, but we would be the target of numerous thieves. Me, I agree Lola. Eddie, no kidding. I'm glad I saw the error of my ways and I don't want all that money. Besides, I met and now love the girl of my dreams and I'm happy with what I got. Lewin, aw Eddie. Eddie and Lewin kiss. Everyone, me, Eddie, I'm so happy for you. Very, me too. Anastasia, I come from a royal family and I don't want all the fame and notoriety. Money can be good or bad. Me, I agree with you all. That diamond would attract more thieves than anything. We would have to have security as tight as Fort Knox in order to keep it. Very, yet. Lynn Sr., I'm proud of all of you. Having all the money in the world doesn't make you popular and all that. Me, I agree Mr. Lin. There are some things money can't buy. Like love, friendship, and more. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Lincoln, this diamond is huge. Linka, we better hide this thing. Lincoln put it in his backpack and the water receded. Lincoln, look. They saw the pirate cave that Penny was going into. Linka, is this the pirate cave you were going into, Penny? Penny, yet. Lincoln, we just found a back way into the cave. Let's check it out. As they walked in, Linka saw a big hole in the floor. Linka, what's this hole? Penny, that's where the water comes in. I'm afraid to go near it. Linka, so this is how the cave gets flooded. High tide comes in and the water splashes into the cave. Bernard, it sounds very dangerous. Miss Bianca, you can drown in here. Lincoln, yet. Lincoln and Linka flew over the hole and Penny was on Linka's back and they saw lots of chests full of treasure. Linka, boy, there's enough treasure here to make anybody rich. Lincoln, yet. Bernard, did Medusa have any need for these smaller diamonds? Penny, no. She doesn't want those little ones. Linka, Penny, how did you know this was a pirate's cave? Penny, him. Penny pointed to the skeleton of a dead pirate that's been in there for a long time. Miss Bianca, gasps in horror, oh dear. Lincoln, whoa. He looks like he's been here for a long time. Linka, centuries no doubt. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Me, boy, that skeleton looks hundreds of years old. Very, I don't recognize him. Mermaids are said to be immortal, but I don't know anything about pirates. Me, pirates have been a huge problem in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea for centuries, just like pirates from Somalia have been terrorizing the Indian Ocean. Wait a minute. I look at the skeleton closer and I recognize him. Me, I don't believe it. That's the skeleton of Benjamin Hornigold. He disappeared back in 1719. Lynn Sr., wow. That's amazing. It's a blast from the past. Rita, Lincoln, Linka, and Penny found the lost treasure of Benjamin Hornigold? Amazing. I'm so proud of them. Luan, And they did it all without a map? Incredible. A treasure worth finding. Rimshot and laughs, get it. But seriously, this is amazing. Eddie laughs, I get it, and yet they will go down in history. Lainey, wow. This is a huge discovery. Lily, Lincoln and Linka should bring that skeleton to Lisa for analysis. Me, I agree. I send a telepathic message to them and teleport a body bag to them along with some gloves. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Lincoln and Linka put the skeleton in the bag and I teleport it to us. Lisa took it to her lab. Lincoln, let's take the treasure with us. They gathered all the treasure and put it in a scroll. Lincoln and Linka were taught how to store stuff in scrolls. Linka, that's all the treasure. Penny, there's some on the riverboat that I brought to Medusa. Lincoln, we'll have to wait on those. Lincoln looked up through a hole leading to the surface and saw the sun rising. Lincoln, it's already dawn. Linka, have you thought of a plan of attack on Medusa yet? Lincoln, yes I have. Here's what we do. But first let's get out of here. Lincoln, Linka, Penny, Bernard, Ms. Bianca, and Evinrude went back to the cave they were hiding in as water splashed into the cave. Lincoln, high tide just came back in. Linka, yet. Close one. Okay bro. What do you got? Lincoln whispered the plan and it was a good one. Lincoln was going to lead a frontal attack with Ellie Mae, Luke, Deadeye, Gramps, Deacon L, Bernard, and Ms. Bianca. While Linka and Penny launch an aerial attack. At Ellie Mae's house, Lincoln explained the plan. Linka gave Penny a laser gun. Lincoln, alright, does everyone know what to do? Ellie Mae, we sure do. Lincoln, ready? All, in unison, ready. Lincoln, Evinrude, sound the charge. Evinrude, buzzing, da-da-da-da-da-da. All, in unison, charge. Lincoln ran towards the boat and fired a bolt of lightning and it hit the boat and exploded when it hit the roof and the roof of the boat was on fire. Medusa and Snoops came out. Medusa was armed with a 12-gauge shotgun. Deacon Owl plugged it with a firecracker and it exploded as she fired. Medusa's rifle was destroyed. Linka, eat lightning Medusa. Linka fired a bolt of lightning and it electrocuted Medusa. Penny fired laser beams at Medusa and Medusa ran. Lincoln took all the treasure Penny brought up from the cave. As he left, Deadeye and Deacon Owl lit all the fireworks in the engine room at once and the area turned into a war zone. Linka tamed Medusa's pet crocodiles Brutus and Nero and they vanished and went for Lana. Linka was turning on Medusa's swamp mobile and it wouldn't start. Linka, what's wrong with this thing? Lincoln was standing on the side and Penny was holding on to Linka's waist. Linka finally got it to start and Medusa grabbed a rope and tried to get to Penny. But Ellie Mae hit Medusa's hands with her rolling pin and she let go and went flying and Medusa grabbed the rope. She was water skiing without skis. The riverboat suddenly exploded and sunk to the bottom of the river. Kablam. Lincoln, that did it. Linka, good riddance. The explosion could be heard all the way to New Orleans. Police boats were dispatched. Linka, Lincoln, when I say now cut the rope. Lincoln, you got it. Linka turned to the riverboat. Linka, now. As Linka turned, Lincoln cut the rope with a lightning bolt and Medusa was skidding on the water and she hit the engine chimney of the sunk riverboat. Lincoln, we did it everyone. Linka, yet. Mission accomplished. Bernard, we did it Bianca. Miss Bianca, hooray. Oh Bernard. Bernard, you're wonderful. Lincoln pulled out the Devil's Eye diamond and Medusa saw that Lincoln had it and she was devastated as Lincoln, Linka, and Penny drove off into the morning Sunday. Medusa, there goes my crying diamond. The police arrived and arrested Medusa and Snoops on the spot. As they drove up to New Orleans, they went to the police station and reported in. Linka, that was lucky. Officer, what can I do for you guys? Lincoln, yes officer. We just rescued Penny here from Devil's Bayou. Officer, Devil's Bayou? That place is a death trap. Wait a minute. The officer recognized Penny. Officer, you're the orphan girl that disappeared from New York. Penny, right? Penny, yes, officer. Lensko, Madame Medusa kidnapped her and took her to Devil's Bayou to find the lost treasure of Captain Benjamin Hornigold. She was after the Devil's Eye diamond. Lincoln pulled out the diamond and the officer was amazed. Officer, so the legend is real. That diamond has be worth millions. Lincoln, more than that, officer. Lensko, you must have heard the explosion from Devil's Bayou. Officer, we heard something. On a radio a call came in saying that they've arrested Madame Medusa and Mr. Snoops. Officer, you were right, kids. We've been after Madame Medusa for years. She and her partner Mr. Snoops are wanted for the theft of priceless treasure from pirates' caves all over the Gulf of Mexico. Lincoln, wow. That's amazing. Madame Medusa and Mr. Snoops were brought in and taken into custody. Penny, that's them officers. They kidnapped me and made me find the diamond. Lensko, and we rescued Penny from their clutches. Officer, well, I'll be. You guys saved a young life and brought her captors to justice. Lincoln, yet. My name is Lincoln Loud and this is my twin sister Lensko Loud. Officer, it's a pleasure to meet you both. Madame Medusa is also wanted in Mississippi, Alabama, Western Florida, Louisiana, and Southeastern Texas. Lincoln, wow. She's wanted practically all over the Gulf Coast. Officer, yet. You all did a great job. Louisiana owes you big time. Lincoln, we had to do what needed to be done, officer. We're glad to help. News of Medusa's capture spread across the nation like wildfire, and the Devil's Eye diamond and the treasure of Benjamin Hornigold were donated to the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. Turns out the simulator took Lincoln and Lensko to New York and Louisiana for real. In New York City, Penny got the best news of her life the following week. She was getting adopted into the Loud family. This was the best day of her life. Lincoln and Lensko were given rings for distinguished service for their heroic deed in the capture of Medusa. Penny was now part of the Loud family. Me, Lincoln, Lensko, I'm very proud both of you. Lincoln, thank you, JD. Me, remember this. A true hero isn't measured by the number of good deeds they've done or by the size of his strength and power, but by the strength of his or her heart. Very, that's right. Lynn Sr., we're very proud of both of you, son. You all saved a life. Penny, I can't thank you enough. Big brother. Penny hugged Lincoln and Lensko. We were all so happy that Penny is a part of the family. Back in Michigan, I beamed the Loud house over to my mansion and Double D helped out and built an expansion to the home. The Knudsen estate was forever transformed into the Knudsen Loud estate. I beamed the Santiago Casagrande house next door to us and it was great for them. I couldn't be any more happier. Medusa and Mr. Snoops were both found guilty in 5 states of numerous counts of grand theft, 10 counts of grand theft each in Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Texas. They were both sentenced to 300 years in Florida, 200 years in Alabama, 100 years in Mississippi, 100 years in Louisiana, and 990 years in Texas for grand theft, for a total of 1,690 years. In New York, they were found guilty of aggravated first-degree kidnapping. They were sentenced to life in prison. They were also ordered to pay $10 million in restitution. I got a special idea for the Rescue Aid Society organization. Bernard and Ms. Bianchi now live in my mansion in a special room, and I built a pneumatic tube system for them to get to New York very quickly should they be called in. The end. Another fanfiction done. I wanted to do a chapter with the rescuers. This is one of my favorite childhood movies from back when I was a kid. I've seen this movie countless times and I still remember all the fun times with this movie. I have some more good ideas planned. See you next time. The Rescuers is owned by Walt Disney and Buena Vista Distribution and Wolfgang Reid Herman, John Lounsbury, and Art Stevens.